Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal giving you my thoughts, analysis, and rant. And so here I am with another thoughts, analysis, and rant with the newly announced Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. Yes, it is. We are in the fourth model of the Galaxy Z Fold. And so, as usual, with every newer models or every newer parts, basically this phone has improved, but not to the not to the amount of improvement that consumers should be wanting. And so basically this phone was announced this week, most likely this past Monday or Tuesday or wherever the day is. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts right now. This phone is quite conservative. Not only that, it only received minor upgrades. It wasn't to the major upgrades that we were looking for, but an upgrade nonetheless. Not only that, what I do not like is the prices went up. I think probably by $200 for minor upgrades. The another good thing is that the the fourth model of the Galaxy Z Fold has refined, is much more refined, has more finesse to it, and it actually is ready for prime time. And I'm gonna get into that. So that is basically my thoughts with this phone. Let's talk about the specs of this phone. So depending on where you are in the world, obviously this will automatically have 5G. Depending on where you are in the world, this might have dual SIM capability, dual SIM card capability. It doesn't look like it may have micro SD expandability, but I'm gonna get into that later. So obviously this is a fold. They said that the thickness of it is now less than 1 millimeter less compared to the Fold 3. Also, it has less bezel, which is pretty good, but I mean, I'm not sure if you're gonna notice. But this will come with the Gorilla Victus. Also, the fold section is less distorted now because of the better glass. It will have aluminum frames, obviously, and also it will have stylus support. This phone will also have is made of AMOLED, screen resolution 1812 by 2176 pixel, that 373 ppi. The screen is 7.6 inch with 120 hertz refresh. That is unbelievable. On the front, you have 6.2 inch with a 904 and 2316 pixels. Well, it will come with Android 12 with One UI 4.1. It will come with the Qualcomm SM8475 Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Unbelievable with all these mall numbers. Nope, no micro SD. It will come with 256 gigs of storage with 12 gig of RAM. That's one option. The second option is 512 gigs with 12 gigs of RAM. And the third option is 1 terabyte with 12 gigs of RAM. So basically, since there's no RAM changes, you're better off getting to 256. So in terms of the camera, it will come with triple cameras in the back. The ultra wide doesn't really change from previous years. Still 12 megapixel f2.2, and then you got 10 megapixel f2.4 with 3 times optical zoom. That's your telephoto. And finally, your widescreen is 50 megapixels f1.8, 24 millimeter with OIS. Wow. It will obviously have videos 4K 60 frames and then 1080p with gyro EIS with 240 frames. And then on the selfie camera, which since the camera it has more pixel density, it's not as noticeable compared to the previous years, but it still has the 4 megapixel f1.8. This is why I am not happy about that. And then it comes with stereo speakers, 32-bit, which is pretty nice, but there's no headphone jack. Obviously comes with a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.2, USB 3.2. It will come with Samsung DeX, fingerprint that is side mounted. Batteries up to 4400 milliamps. Also has fast charging, 25 watts. That can charge the phone up to 50% in a 30-minute charge. It will come in green, black, beige, and burgundy. And then finally, the pricing will range around $1,500 to $2,000 depending on the model. So going to my analysis, basically this phone did not move Samsung market share. This again, the past 3 models of this phone was not ready for prime time. It was still in experimental stage. Also, this phone was expensive, very expensive, even with all the discounts. So it was probably still around $1,100 to $1,500. That doesn't even matter what storage you get. Also, the fold mechanism is still up in the air in terms of durability, so no one really knows. It basically, the past 3 models was experimental models. Now, don't get me wrong, the people who owns these phones actually said they love it. It's very close to a tablet and a phone hybrid. Also, they can actually read a book. But in any case, in terms of the market share and overall competition, this phone has no competition due to its dual purpose and also form factor. But in terms of having Samsung being more popular, and also in terms of sales, it didn't really sell. So I think the Fold 4 may actually change minds because it's much more finesse. Even though this 4 has a conservative upgrade compared to its predecessor, I think this phone is much more refined than the previous models. But then again, we will see. Again, depending on the price, hopefully this get discounted, and I don't think it's gonna move a lot of market share. You never know. It might take the Fit model to actually get it to become popular. On to the rant. Number 1 is price. This is an expensive phone. Not only that, second rant is it still comes with Android 12. Number 3, or 32-bit of sound. Where's the headphone jack? Number 4, yes, it has a pen support, but why can I not put the pen just like the Note? Why not? This phone is basically pretty big that you have enough space to put that in there. Also, did I forget to mention the price? Yes, I did. So, the RAM here, it's only 12 gigs of RAM no matter what model you get. But the thing is, they should have put the micro SD expandability on the 256 gig version. Another thing is that the ultra wide camera remained the same. Samsung said they did something with the sensor or the camera software. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care. But I do care the fact that this phone is going to reach to 2K and it still has the same camera, which is what I'm saying is just a minor upgrade. I really don't understand it. So to conclude, this phone is much more refined, 1 millimeter less thicker than the previous phone. The folding mechanism is better than before. not a lot, less distorted on the fold area on the main screen, and it's much more refined. Obviously, it's much more finesse. It's less bezel, but at the same time, it was a minor upgrade compared to its previous predecessor. The previous predecessor has major upgrades from the inside and the outside, but this one, it was more like, I mean, they were just trying to refine it. That's all it is. But does that justify the price? No. They should have made the price same as previous models, but they're just gonna say, oh, it's because of inflation. Come on, let's be honest here. So, honestly, I mean, I could see myself buying this phone, but then again, I don't like big phones nowadays. Could I see other buying this phone? Yeah, I can see them. Could I see this phone being their only phone for tablet, for books, for multimedia, for just phones, and even Samsung decks? Oh, of course, because I think this has a lot to offer. But I mean, that's going to be a personal decision. And so that basically it for this Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 thoughts, analysis, and rant. What do you think about this phone? Do you like it? Would you buy it? Let me know down in the comments below. And so I will see you in the next thoughts, analysis, and rant. Bye bye.